Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Today, I believe we need to press her on all this stuff. Because yeah, we just heard her testimony last time. Would you please get on with your testimony?
Watch your language, young man. What sort of tone is that to take with an elder? Scroll! My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, and so you should forgive me for everything. Even the dead hookers. If you keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs.
What?
A striking figure by the sea, standing all alone is he. He is a nickelback samurai.
She's actually singing. Someone please help my poor ears. Also, I'm sorry, viewers. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket? Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be good and stick to just the facts.
Okay, you promise, right? I haven't been allowed gum in years.
Right, I'll be sending you the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. Remind me to send you a thank you note later, too. Old chum. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not.
Not too long ago? Then let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be the Judge Wagner, hero of the public court. So what?
See?
What?
And look where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you?
Well,
what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that?
the legal system! The legal system does!
The now is everything. Can't be held responsible for the past.
Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. Please stop making that face. Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? When was the first game of this released?
All that matters is that the man inside that costume. Isn't that enough?
Judge Wagner achievement unlocked, I guess? And why would that be?
That way, no one could see his face, of course.
But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
I don't get anything. You're such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say. Maybe because it's always that I'm wrong.
Isn't that what you are always doing to me?
I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
I mean, was he arrested in his costume? Yeah, no, they searched him and they found it in his costume, yeah? So yeah, he was in his costume, not in his racing jacket. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing.
And that included the Jammin' Ninja.
Of course it included him. That's why when Engarde came out of Dare Wan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway.
This is the last one? Alright, so... Gonna have to present something. I don't know what. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickelback Samurai.
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet? I mean, you could. Might end up like in pieces though and mailed to places. Huh. You don't need to think too hard on this one. Huh? There's a contradiction in her testimony and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means to us. Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. That's actually true. I have to figure out what the hell you're talking about. Okay. There's not gonna be one there. No. That seems right. I don't know. I have no idea. It's a map. Oh! I got it. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to leave fingerprints if he was in his costume. So... Pitcher? Or maybe knife? Let's try knife first. Please take a look at this.
Ah, so it's a knife. A butter knife. Big deal. I don't even know how they were able to cut skin with that. I've tried it. It's very hard. If you're trying to scam me with that, I'll have you know that it won't work.
No. That's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are you driving at? And whose car are we driving? Is it Enie's? If Mr. Engarde was really in the Nickelback samurai costume at the time of the murder, I can't stop calling it Nickelback. I wasn't intentionally saying it for the most part. There's like 1 or 2 times I said it just as a haha, funny. But now it's actually just stuck in my head every time I see Nickelback. Or Nickel. Every time I see Nickel Samurai, I'm like, Nickelback! No, it's Nickel Samurai. Then it's impossible for him to leave his fingerprints on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on the knife right off. Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. That wouldn't be very smart if you're gonna try to murder someone and get away with it. And why would he do something that stupid? To leave his fingerprints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that, unless he's a complete and utter idiot. However, there's one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. But no, there's a contradiction in your theory, Edgeworth. Like, isn't the theory that he took the knife with him from his other room? It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I've heard that before, because I like gossip. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him, which is contradictory to everything that has been stated so far. Yeah, there is a contradiction. This theory contradicts something in the earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Engarde was the killer. If that was the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. Yeah? Oh, it doesn't say that he brought it from his room, but they did say that, though. Yeah, because that was the contradiction earlier, when I was reading bought as brought, and I was getting confused. So... Okay, this knife. This was used by Mr. Engarde at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurita. I suppose However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intention to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition one. I don't know what that means. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. Dots. And that brings me to my final point. The knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order, I say. Order in the court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? I mean, to frame? It's to frame my client, Mr. Engarde, of course. To frame? Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on the knife. Gah! Witness?
Looks like I made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Jipu?
Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Engarde with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in the front of the door because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Alright then, who were you waiting around for then?
Huh, that's a top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Carita. Am I correct, witness?
Ha. The way you think. You are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? Solveig was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Carita. Maybe Phoenix. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. Huh, if it's who I think it is, who I think me is hitting at, it's certainly a possibility. Ms. Oldbag, were you waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room? It's gotta be Adrian, right? The gossip? Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Engarde's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? Seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Yes, this. I have 20 copies of these. I see. The judge seems to be really into that article. If it can be called such a thing. Yeah, I know there's a whole freedom of the press shit, but... I mean, I don't see that often anymore. Back in the day, in the grocery store, there would be some just absurd trash fake articles on sale. And sadly, I think some people thought they were real. The Bat Boy one is a classic. Freaking royalty from England, are actually vampires is another one. Which would be kind of funny. But yeah, no, there's just complete made up shit. And sometimes it went over to not just completely bullshit, but it was a hint of reality. There'd just be the same, Bat Kid found in cave, and in the bottom right, it would just be so-and-so caught cheating on so-and-so, celebrity-wise. And people buy that shit. And they believe it, sometimes, if they're idiots. Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's... Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff now.
Witness? What in the world are you? Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling.
I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course. Without permission to enter anyone's room, but I did.
But for what?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all. Gets the blood flowing.
Well, Miss Edgeworth, how will we proceed from here? I really don't want to do this, however, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then, witness, please testify about this secret information.
Oh, get ready. This is gonna take the wind out of you youngins.
I'm sure we're all capable of handling it. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. Physically, mentally, there's no saying.
That Engarde is an evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I can't condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me now know yet, okay?
Cut to everyone in the audience. The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Depends on what the truth is, dog. Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Be careful, the old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right, Engarde is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old women. So, time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway over to the danger zone. Alright, so press. You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander.
But it's true. The woman that was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says right here, doesn't it? Manager to the star, Ms. A.A. Arn Anderson.
But the name of the magazine this came from is Gossipland.
What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies?
Generally speaking, 9 times out of 10. Yeah.
What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth.
Depends on where it comes from.
Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between news and gossip.
Yes, you fucking can. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. Discriminate? When did I do anything like that?
Anyways, Engarde will never get me to say touche.
What? What? A scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching you in middle school?
I'm not in middle school. I'm an adult. No, I wasn't asking you what the word scandal means. Even I know that much.
Well, that Engarde thought he could own a monopoly on popularity.
You don't have any proof that Mr. Engarde did any such thing.
You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right.
You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you.
Alright then, Sonny, show me what you got. Can you show me proof that Engarde didn't bear any ill will towards Mr. Juan?
Oh god. No? Oh, I don't think I have anything. Yeah, if I have something that proves that, I don't know what it is. I don't have anything to offer.
See? Just as I thought. And you were lecturing me about saying things without proof. You're just giving me a free pass to say whatever I want whenever I want, silly boy.
Me and my big mouth.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, and I should know. I got crumbs all in my pants.
So what do you mean by I took action?
Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slime woman came out of Juan's room, I was gonna capture her and teach her a good lesson. Some you youngins need.
You were going to teach her a good lesson.
I was gonna make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this.
No, stop!
Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night.
Wait.
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how did you know the secret information?
Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole in my brain, you'll never find out. Most because I'd die.
How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information? Press further? Present evidence. And, what, like the goddamn tabloid? Press further, I guess. If you don't be a good girl, tell me where you got the secret information. God, man. Look, I know other people are into different things, but don't. No. Why would you ever say that? I know Edgeworth kind of said it earlier, but the way Phoenix said, if you don't be a good girl, don't say that to Ms. Old Bag, alright? That's disgusting. You won't go home today.
Edgepoo, what are you doing? Help me.
What do I have to do with this?
Just do this for me, you'll get your reward. I'll take my dentures out.
I don't want your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice. The witness could have gotten her information from anywhere. It's even possible it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head. And he lectures me about reckless babbling. As long as we don't know where this information came from, it's quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning. Where did Old Bag get her inside information? There has to be something I can use to figure it out. Something like just another tidbit of gossip, doesn't it? But you can't just ignore it either. It makes your client look bad either way. Well, I don't think I've heard anything really out of the ordinary just now. There has to be something we can catch her on. Yeah, and when I find it, I'm gonna press the heck out of it. Okay. It's gotta be one of the times where we can present evidence from, right? Let's look at our stuff. This is just a photo. This is a ceremony ticket. That's the kidnapper. This is Lotta's stolen camera. Oh, wait. Tabloid article about the victim was in the case. Is that it? Is that what you want? So no one else is supposed to know the secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Ms. Old Bag?
Well, why are you looking at me like that? Stop it.
Witness! I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret information, isn't it? Yeah, okay. The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing. On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her, impressions about the relationship between the victim and Ms. Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No. I said impressions.
Then Then everything written on the piece of paper is completely misleading?
Or meaningless? Ah, that's it. That's the note. Wait, did you steal her camera?
No, you see, this is a different thing, completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy.
Then you are the one who took Miss Hart's note. And camera?
I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. That's that infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with the evil Engarde. She said so herself. Engarde, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what you had written. Betty Boo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out the angel, like the angel that I am. And the only one little piece of paper. I never taken anything else before.
What about the camera? You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Well, I suppose it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? No! If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find out some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness! You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is that correct?
Stole? Hey, why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved the piece of paper from the terrible, lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it.
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
Ms. Oldbag, I don't believe that note is the only thing you stole that night. I mean, it's gotta be the camera, right? Yeah, Ms. Oldbag, that note was with a camera inside the case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. Dude, it's a $700, well, okay, $1,600 camera, but she paid $700 for it. That's an expensive camera. She kept saying something like, my sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me. Why? Witness!
Why is it, Gramps?
If you have that note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
That's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat males like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people without their permission.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, Slimebag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of pictures they had taken. I was a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things.
Bailiff, check this camera's photos. Hurry. We must examine them at once. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. What about the other photos? This is the Nickel Samurai.
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Lotta Hart's added. Okay. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Engarde clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that is the case, then the Nickel Samurai is the defendant. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. White. The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. Can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's nothing strange with it. Something strange with it. Well, we'll find out next time, though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.